stage Olga Aleksan, Senior Regional Sales Manager, Christie, Australia and New Zealand.
Hello, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be with all of you at AIMC. Like you, I love cinema. But my experience of the first cinema experience may be totally different to yours. I grew up in Soviet Union, USSR. And one day I went to the rural cinema to watch quite an ordinary movie. That was the time when Western world was blown away by Star Wars. And we only heard about that on news. So sitting there, watching quite an ordinary movie, I was wondering, how? How could that be possible? I was only 6. I was confident it was magic. Today I represent Christie Digital, the global leading manufacturer and designer of digital cinema projectors. That's where my question led me. And today I want to speak about one quality which I deeply admire. And I admired it in the cinema industry and its people. Resilience. For me, it often starts with a voice of sadness in my head. You remember this movie, Inside Out? One of my favorite. And sadness says, I am positive we are not gonna make it. And then I hear another voice, which reminds me of the story of a frog. This frog somehow fell into the jar of cream and started drawing. But it decided to kick and wriggle, and was kicking and wriggling till it turned cream into butter and jumped out. This is how I see resilience, the frog which said, not today. You might feel it differently. You may feel it as Sarah Connor, or Indiana Jones, or James Bond overcoming one more obstacle on your way. The point is, I see these inner strengths in our industry and its people. And these strengths has always been part of cinema's story. The story of success. We have so much to be proud of. It all started with cinematographer. It was a machine invented by Lumiere brothers, printer, projector, and a camera all in once. And in just 130 years, our industry has gone from a train arriving on a station, a 50-second black and white movie, to Avatar, Avengers, The Matrix, Back to the Future, Titanic, and so many other extraordinary movies that created a core memories for generations. Cinema has become a true global cinema cultural phenomenon. But it's also a story of adversity. If we look through the lens of technology, we can see that major industry disruptions were driven by innovation. The most remarkable example is conversion from silent movies to sound. Do you remember the first movie which came with synchronized sound? It was The Jazz Singer. And after this movie, the adoption of this new technology was extraordinary. That was super fast. And those who adopted it early gained substantial benefits because this innovation increased not just revenue, but economy of the whole industry. Then came television, cable TV, video rentals. The pattern repeated itself. Technological progress demanded adaptation, regrouping, and finding new ways forward. That built a story of innovation. wide screens, 3D, drive-ins, multiplexes, epic production, and many other innovations. You might remember once very famous Blockbuster, a video rental store. There were 9,000 stores globally, and now only one remains as a nostalgic reminder of the past. But cinemas are still here. In fact, there are more of them than there were in 2004. Then came streaming, and later, the pandemic. Perhaps the biggest test of all. Those years of lockdown diverted substantial funds towards in-home entertainment technology. Home displays expanded up to 160 inches. Colors became richer. Contrast improved. The current displays reached professional levels. As prices also going down for this technology, people now could enjoy stunning picture quality at home. So could it be that people now expect the same great image quality when they come to the cinema? There is a lot of evidence suggesting that image quality is an important factor influencing people's decision to come or not to come to the cinema. So perhaps the question is how quickly we can adopt the new technology. Christie have anticipated this trend. And laser projection is the projection which can address this question of whether our image quality match what is on the screen people have at home. Christie projectors designed with laser source bring more vibrant images than lamp projectors. Over the past years, this technology evolved even further, now offering truly stunning experience. Behind me, this screen, it's RGB pure laser, 35,000 lumens projector right in the middle. There are two projectors on the sides. Each of them highlights each of those side screens. So the question remains, how fast are we adopting this technology globally and in Australia? Around the world, the transition from lamp projectors to laser is speeding up. According to our analysis, 33% of projectors globally are now laser sourced. Americas and Europe sitting at around 35%. China is leading the way. 70% of their projectors are now laser. Australia, we have 14% of projectors being laser, and it's driven mostly by major exhibitors. And if we are talking about resilience, the great example would be Christie Series 1 projectors. There are 4,000 of them globally still operating. We discontinued those projectors in 2010. They went to the end of service support in 2020. They like Deadpool's cousin, famous for their resilience, almost unbreakable to the point, but their image quality is showing their age. As a 95 years young company, we know that innovation is the key. So we continue innovating. We continue finding new ways to improve the quality of the image on the screen. I don't expect you to read this slide. There are a lot of information. I will just quickly highlight what happened within the last few years. So last year, we launched new projectors, which are designed for small auditoriums. Next year, we are going to launch new projectors for middle-sized auditoriums. And the target is to improve image quality in all auditoriums around the world. Our Real Laser Cine Life Plus projectors, which highlight those screens behind me, can reach up to 57,000 lumens of brightness. Just for comparison, this single screen behind me, it's 11,000. Can you imagine what you can do with 57,000 lumens of brightness? And we didn't stop there. We joined forces with Cinity, and we created groundbreaking solution which can enhance image of any screen, including VMAX, extreme screen, and so on. Soon we are going to release new software innovation which named VDR, Variable Dynamic Range. It will work with RGB projectors, and it will deliver high dynamic range, HDR, in cost-efficient and environmentally friendly way. That's how we spent the last years, getting credit to support cinemas, support exhibitors. So are our valued partners. This technological progress would not be possible without them. Those superheroes have spent years delivering best-in-class technology and service to your cinemas. Hoyt Cinema Technology Group also provides incredible support to Christie, being our service provider for AIMC and ICO conferences. We at Christie, we love cinema. This is at the heart of who we are. That's what drives us every day. The story of cinema is one of success, innovation, resilience, and a little bit of magic, or probably not so little. Probably there is a lot of magic behind it. We at Christie deeply appreciate your trust in our technology. That means a lot to us. Thank you for your trust. We are with you, and together we will keep the light of cinemas shining for generations to come. Thank you.
Please stand by. The Sony Pictures presentation will